I am Vicki from Learning Home Volunteers, and welcome back to our learning session on colors. I hope your child enjoyed our first weeks of activities. The water beads are fun, and I'm sure it was fun to mix paints together. Well, this week looks exciting too, so let's get started. This is activity number 3, color walking. This activity is so fun. We did it here at the office a couple times. Each time I talked about it with a volunteer, they wanted to do it themselves. In your bag, you're going to find 6 clear cups, paper towel strips, and 3 pipettes containing yellow, blue, and red. The red and the blue are much more saturated, so you will want to use twice as much yellow as you do with blue and red. So you want to start out by setting your containers in a circle like this. You want to add water to every other container. Watch for the crosses. You want to put water here, here, and here. In your bag, you will also find the pipettes with the washable watercolors. Get the blue out, cut the tape. Be careful not to squeeze the bulb at the top when you do this. In your first jar, you want to put a few drops of blue and stir. You want the color blue to look like it does in the picture. If it's too light, add a little bit more. The next jar should be empty, and then the next one should be yellow. So you want to add 12 drops of yellow to this and stir. Skip the next container and then put red in the last water jar, just a few drops. Next, you want to add the paper towel strips to connect to the containers, and we found that twisting the paper towels really helps. So what's going to happen? Well, the liquids are going to try to even out between the different containers. And for those that are between colors, we see the colors actually mix. The process is slow, although you'll see it immediately start to absorb the water into the paper towels, but they won't completely mix until about 6 hours later. So I would set this up in the morning, watch it for a while, and then in the evening check it out again. This is activity number 4, color mosaic rainbow. In your bag, you're going to have a couple copies of the rainbow. We've included a couple so that if your child wants to color the rainbow and use the mosaic squares, they can. So for me, I didn't ever remember the rainbow colors. So starting from the outside, going to the center, they're red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and purple. And if you use the mosaic squares, your child can use the square on their glue sticks to put the square in the rainbow lines, and it might turn out something like this. Or maybe they use crayons and they draw a rainbow in the sky. Either way, lovely. One of the things I also like to do with the mosaic squares is to actually practice making their name. So I take a piece of paper and in really, really big letters with lots of space between the letters, I write their name. Then the child takes the squares and pastes them on top of the written letters on the lines, and it turns out something like this. How cool is that? I love I Spy games, and this one features dinosaurs. You can start the game by just simply asking the child to find a particular color dinosaur, a green one or a pink one, and having them point to it is good enough. Once they've got their color recognition down, you can add a counting exercise by using the second sheet. And then using your Unifex cubes and your teacher's kit, the child can put one Unifex cube in the 10 grid for every green dinosaur, for example, that they see. And in my picture, I see one green dinosaur. And they add their token right there. How fun is that? Well, that is it for this week. See you next week for the last color activities.